right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Family Finance Friday with DJ the Money Coach, brought to you by the DJ the Money Coach team and the Seven Spheres of Money Systems. And before we get started, go ahead and like this video, share, and subscribe to DJ the Money Coach right here on YouTube so you can help us spread the good news and spread the gospel of the Pom Pom lifestyle. And what is the Pom Pom lifestyle? That is plenty of money and peace of mind. And we invite you to join us on the beaches of the world. And tonight's beach is 2023 in review, as you saw in that highlight reel there. So we're going to talk about how amazing 2023 was and what we're excited about going into 2024, because this is the last episode of Family Finance Friday for 2023. Next time you see us, we'll be in 2024 and we'll be in Zanzibar, baby. So DJ, man, I know we got to tie some sandbags, some some cement blocks to your ankles. About ready to start floating out that new chair.
That's right. Hey, we start out everything like you say, man. Count our blessings. Thank God. Today is Friday, and if you have your health, ladies and gentlemen, children, then you got everything. If you don't have money, but you got your health and you got God, everything else can be taken care of. Okay, so make sure you take care of your health. Make sure you're right with your Lord and Savior. So with that said, we want to jump right in. As Nick said, we're watching Family Finance Friday. It is the recap of an amazing 2023, but we're more excited about jumping into 2024, baby, because you know me, 24 is the magic number. That's the birth date. That's the magic number. So we're excited about 2024, amazing things. But we can't get to 2024 without having an amazing review and a recap of 2023. So what we want to talk about first and foremost is how, 2023 got off to an amazing start. And the great thing about this, Nick, is that you got to have a plan. Okay, so let's just go back to talk about how we build the foundation to have a successful 2023. And what I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, you can write this down. Where we are today in 2023 was based on the seeds we planted in the ground in 2018. So a lot of times people don't realize a lot of stuff that you do in the present is actually predicated on the stuff that you did in the past. And if you've done it right and you have massive success and significance, is because you had a dream, a plan, and a goal, and you worked the hell out of it. So the first thing we want to do in this review of a successful 2023 that was launched from 2022 is that you got to do the 4x4. Okay, so what is the 4x4? The 4x4 is first and foremost, number one, discipline. Number two, accountability. Number three, plug into a proven system of success. Our system is the 7 spheres of money, and the 7 spheres of money we created back in December of 2002. So we're talking about 21 years in the works. And then number 4, you got to put your head down and go to work. Not for one day, not for 1 week, not for 1 month, not for 1 year. You got to go to work consistently without negotiating the price of success for 2 to 5 years. I'm going to say that again, 2 to 5 years. So these dirty little words, discipline, accountability, plug into a proven system of success, which you call the 7 spheres of money. And then number 4, go to work for 2 to 5 years. And if you do that and you line that up side by side with the 4 P's, the first one, professionalism. The second one is persistence and persistently pursue your plan. The third one is perseverance. That's where the men separate themselves from the boys and the women separate themselves from the girls, and you get prepared for the obstacles, which are just opportunity in disguise, and you don't get discouraged. And then when you put those 3 P's together, just like in the 4 dirty little words, you got to perform, baby. When the lights are the brightest, when the pressure is on, you got to perform. So when you take the 4 dirty little words and put it side by side with the 4 P's, we call it the 4x4, you have ultimate and true success. So what we were able to do that give us the amazing success that we had in 2023, we had a plan that we started putting in place in 2022. We literally sat down with our team, ironed out a game plan for entire 2023, step by step, day by day, week by week, month by month, and we checked the actual productivity, the activity, the team, and everything. How we do that? Because we come together as a business team every Sunday, and we sit down and we look at our goals, our objectives, our activity, and our productivity. And the most important thing is we don't like activity, we like productivity. So at the end of 2022, we said, here's what we're going to accomplish. We're going to go out across the country, across the world, and we're going to promote the Pom Pom Lifestyle movement, which is, as you can see here, plenty of money, peace of mind. And we call it a movement because this is something that we put together back in December of 2002. And now a lot of people starting to embrace it. But before, nobody even heard of it. It's a movement. And a movement that is time is due cannot be stopped. So we have a mantra that says the Pom Pom Lifestyle can't be stopped. You just need to get on the train, baby. And it's a bullet train. So what we did in December 2022, like we're doing now, we put the game plan together. We set up our operation to talk across the country, get on platforms, talk about financial education, talk about Pay Yourself First program, which is, pay down your debt, set up an emergency fund, invest in a Roth IRA, invest in your company's retirement plan, be a 401k, 403b. Then if you have a business, set up a self-employment pension plan, pay off all your debt, pay down your car, pay off your mortgage, and then set up a business, and then take that business, top revenue dollar, and buy real estate and leverage the tax laws. And so we had a goal, an audacious goal to help thousands and thousands of people. And we have been in front of thousands and thousands of people in 2023. In the process of doing that, we took it to the next level and we started to, aggressively attack our initiatives in Zanzibar. And we, went to Zanzibar a couple of times, took a ton of people, small business owners, professionals like yourselves, and we showed them the vision of taking a bite out of Zanzibar. And taking a bite out of Zanzibar, it's a powerful phrase because the bite, the B stands for buy as much real estate as we possibly can. The I is to invest in the ancillary businesses that support the real estate and the resorts that we build, and in 5 different industries that the resorts and the land we develop have to have, regardless if you're with us or without us. Number 1, the travel, because that's flying all the way across the world. So we'll make sure that we have an imprint and an impact in the travel where we're not only consuming, but we're actually producing from the travel that we do. The second one is the transportation business, because the transportation over in Zanzibar from a road capacity is not that great. So you generally have to take private transportation. So you have to have drivers. So we're impacting on the transportation side, meaning we have an ownership on the transportation side. Then we're impacting the part that the consumer and the tourism piece comes from is the concierge piece, where just like when you book your trip and you book it at a high level, you make a phone call, you pay for it, and then somebody comes pick you up at your house in a luxury vehicle, get your bags, and the next time you see them, they're in your room and you're ready to rock and roll. That's the concierge part. Then when you get there, you want to have the experiences of the culture, the history, and then you want to have some fun. And that's generally in lines with what I call the excursion part of the business or the entertainment part of the business. So we impact in that effort. And then last but not least, these resorts, these townhouses, these condominiums, regardless if you're in them or not, they have to have waste management and maintenance. So those are the 5 ancillary businesses that we start putting our, tentacles and our roots in the ground so that we can support the Trojan horse, which is developing a resort. And then the T is for travel, and the E is to experience exclusively a bucket list trip with DJ the Money Coach and take a bite out of Zanzibar. So what we did month to month, quarter to quarter, we've been on a tremendous amount of shows. We spoke at a lot of different conferences, and we taught a lot of people. And one of the highlights for us was doing the Go Entrepreneur Tour and being the first entity, organization of its kind like us to actually be able to put on an educational symposium about entrepreneurism for the last 3 decades and tell a digital story at Rice University. And that was funded, founded, and put together by us primarily with our dollars and our community. And we're excited because that's down in history and it's in the analogs in the digital catalog at Rice University, which is considered to be the Harvard of the South. Yeah. So give yourself a round of applause on that. So if you participate in that program in any capacity, from a student, we gave out over 100 tickets to students. We had tremendous visionaries on the technology side come in as speakers. Jacqueline Beauchamp, who's actually a master in the gaming world. She's actually the first, foremost developer of Black origin to actually develop a world-class Hall of Fame video game. And she now is in the capacity to do some major projects with Microsoft on the AI side and actually helping Dr. George Fraser put together his $600 million historical Black museum in Atlanta, Georgia. Then we had this disruptive technology partners that we met through our Microsoft relationship called Grab TV with the awesome Lincoln, who's the what I call the preeminent Black genius on the planet, because he created this technology that's going to create its whole industry. And literally, like I said, it's called Grab TV, where really anything you see on the screen that Nick and I have on that you may like, you can literally just grab it off the TV and buy it just like that and have it at your house in 48 to 72 hours. A patent trademark that he beat Google, Sony, and Microsoft 3 times at the patent office. So we had a chance to participate in that on 2 sides of the fence. One, we raised capital for them. And we're proud to say that out of their capital raise, we represented close to 16, almost 17% of their total capital raise from our community and our network, DJ the Money Coach and the 7 Spheres of Money. And trust me, when you hear about it, it's going to be awesome. Matter of fact, we're going to have part of the review. We're going to have Nick, we're going to have you pull up the little snippet from the live launch. We actually did a launch, ladies and gentlemen, on the Bible Network on December 15th. The last broadcast you guys saw that we did prior to our birthdays and to Christmas, we actually went live on the Bible Network with the Grab TV technology, which is phenomenal. And what I also want to tell you guys is that since that launch, they are now actually about to close another round of engagement with a major Fortune 1 network. That's amazing, man. To be part of that is mind-blowing in of itself. Across the year, we created a relationship with Microsoft. That's right. We created a relationship with Microsoft. And what I want to do now is I want to talk to you guys before I get all into it, but we're talking to you what we're about as an organization. We have 5 core principles that we eat, sleep, and live by day in and day out. Number 1, let's put these up on the screen. So number 1, we practice cooperative economics, and put it up in cap letters, because this is important, because this is one of the things that's falling short in our community, is that we don't practice cooperative economics. What is cooperative economics? Cooperative economics, the definition is simply this: you work with people in your community that look like you, that have the skills, the expertise, and experience to do business. There used to be a saying, it takes a tribe or a village to raise a child. Cooperative economics is the number one reason why the other communities are beating us hand over fist. It's not because of their talent. It's not because of their intelligence. It's not because of their experience. It's because they are united we stand, divided we fall. So what we do here at the Seven Spheres of Money system, the Ramsburg International and DJ the Money Coach team, we practice cooperative economics. We do not go outside of our community unless we absolutely have to. 98.5% of the stuff that we do, we practice cooperative economics. That's number one. And why is that important? Well, I want to just explain to you. If you were to go to China and you told them you want to set up shop and own all the land in China, they wouldn't even let you off the plane. But conversely, you can come over to America, China can buy up all the farmland. You can go over to Africa and China running the government. You can go to Jamaica and you might as well just call it Chinatown, China country. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing they do, they don't let anybody do any business inherently on their land at all. Same thing. Mexicans the same way. Indians the same way. Europeans the same way. Question is, why aren't we? We make that the number one, pillar in our ecosystem is cooperative economics. Number two, we leverage our professional networks. What does that mean? That means we find other professionals with high-level skills, and we actually work their professional networks, and we bring people access to the professional networks to help them execute their dreams. So the beauty of the Seven Spheres of Money is that there's 7 different networks that you got to leverage. Accounting, insurance, banking, financial planning, real estate, estate planning, and legal. So that's the second principle of success that we live by, is leveraging our professional networks. Now, the third one is probably the most important one if you want to go big. If you want to scale and be a Fortune 100, Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 company, you have to have an ecosystem. So the Seven Spheres of Money is an ecosystem. So if I only had a couple of professional networks, it wouldn't be an ecosystem. So we have all 7, that's an ecosystem. And so what we do, we take one successful, tried and true ecosystem, the Seven Spheres of Money, been around for 21 years, and then we strategically and intentionally link up with other successful ecosystems that they have something that we don't have. They have an ecosystem, skill sets, and experience that we don't have. Thus, we create partnerships that were independent, successful ecosystem here with another independent, successful ecosystem. And let me give you a true life example. So right now, we have a strategic partnership with Traverse Culture, run by the awesome Kia Simmons, who has a conference going on right now as we speak in Kenya. And she built this ecosystem over the last 12 years where she's doing exactly what we've been doing in the Seven Spheres of Money in Kenya. And right now, we have our young protege, who's the president of the Zanzibar operation in Kenya, doing a conference speaking on behalf of the Seven Spheres of Money system about cooperative economics, about leveraging professional networks, about bringing 2 successful ecosystems together to interdependently work together to scale up to a Fortune 100, Fortune 50, Fortune 500 company. Now, when you do cooperative economics the right way, when you practice cooperative economics, you leverage your professional networks, and you create interdependent relationships with 2 successful ecosystems coming together, that will give you the power to create equity and ownership in everything you do. So number 4 is equity. And number 5 is ownership. Those are the 5 principles of success that we embody here at the 7 Spheres of Money system under the umbrella of Duransburg International with the DJ the Money Coach team. So that's cooperative economics. We practice, we leverage the professional networks, we engage in ecosystems that work successfully together in an interdependent relationship, and then that creates a equity and ownership scenario in everything we do. So you're never going to see us ever promote, endorse anything that we haven't produced, made, or manufactured, because we don't have to, because we practice these 5 principles. So that is what we have put in place December 2022 so that we can have the success and the impact and significance in 2023 that made 2023 a campaign season. So in that campaign season, what do? We jumped out of the gate and we did the Black Travel Expo in Atlanta. Then we jumped out of the gate and we did the Go Entrepreneur Successful Enterprise in Houston. Then we went back to Zanzibar to do our second small business Pom Pom Lifestyle conference trip in Zanzibar, which we did in July. Then we came back and then we did the Heart and Soul in Florida. And Heart and Soul was our compilation of taking music, radio stations, and family festivals to the highest level with our strategic partner, PA. So every quarter we had a significant, then don't let me forget, we also did the African Diaspora Conference. So we did 5 major conferences of significance in 2023, and they were all smashing successful. And in the process of doing that, we had a phenomenal historical year because we also, in July, we bought multiple acres of land in Zanzibar. First and only people to accomplish that. They look like you and me. These are facts. Because here's what a lot of people don't realize. When most people are investing in any country, which is over 50-something countries on the continent of Africa, they usually get only the opportunity to purchase the building or the construct. They generally, 99% of the time, never own the land. They give them a 99-year lease, matter of fact. We actually own the land. It was a historical purchase that we made with our small business conference in July, and we bought acres of land. And on that acres of land, ladies and gentlemen, we started building 4 luxury townhouses that'll be totally finished by the end of January. And we took a small investment and turned it into $1 million project. And then we hopped back in October and did one better than that. We now end up buying several more acres of land so we can build the Pom Pom Lifestyle Resort that'll open up around about April of 2025. And this was all part of the plan. This wasn't happen chance. That's the exciting thing about what we're excited about and what we're recapping and reviewing on the show. And the most important thing, in addition to that, is that we raised the level of consciousness. We raised the level of awareness. We debunked all of the negative propaganda about, Africa. And we just went out, made a lot of friends. Man, I even forgot. We did the Microsoft event. And we did my mentor, Dr. George Fraser's Power Network PNC. So that's 2 other events that I totally forgot about. We had so much great productivity in 2023. I forgot the two major ones that led us to the technology with Grab TV. So in August, in the beginning of August, we did the Power Network Conference. And at the end of August, we did the Microsoft Partners Affiliate Legacy Enterprise for Black entrepreneurs certified seven-figure earners. Their businesses had to make seven figures, and we were one of the ones that were invited officially to the event to do the inaugural presentation of the technology, Azure technology, and enterprise platforms that Microsoft does exclusively for the Raiders Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. So what we're going to do now, we did that compilation. Let's just show them a couple of little snippets of some of the successes individually so they can understand. And then we want to thank everybody for the support over the last couple of years to help us create the legacy, which we're about to reveal, grand opening, pre-launch for MLK weekend, the multi-million-dollar luxury residential resort in Zanzibar. And matter of fact, you're watching this broadcast right now, you're watching in replay, you can actually come out and get an exclusive preview of it tomorrow at 12 Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. We're going to show you everything that we're going to do in Zanzibar up until 2027 and show you the blueprint and show you the game plan. And that's the reason why we're so excited. And we just can't help ourselves. And literally, like Nick said, within 72 hours, I'll be on a plane back to Zanzibar for the 5th time. And I'll be in Zanzibar for the whole month of January, opening up amazing 7-day, 6-night conference tourism experience that you're never going to have ever again in your life. And it's a once in a lifetime chance. So we're going to do on the 13th a blue ribbon cutting ceremony to open up our resort. The second day, we're going to open up our townhouses. The third day, we're going to do a groundbreaking on Martin Luther King's birthday of the Pom Pom Lifestyle Resort that we're building, and it's going to be spectacular, man. So I'm so excited, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say again, happy birthday to all of the birthday people in December. Nick just celebrated his birthday. I just celebrated my birthday. Financially Free D celebrated her birthday. My nephew Alan celebrated his birthday. Our technology expert Renee, she celebrated her birthday. Man, it's a lot of amazing birthdays. Shout out to Martin, who I was just on the phone with him, and Dr. Michelle. He's celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Man, and needless to say, we celebrate, the birth of Christ, which we know officially that's not when he was born, but that's what they acknowledge under the consumerism. So we celebrate that as well too. And then we're gonna bring in Amazing New Year's. And shout out to my second part of Double Trouble, my cousin Rob. He's celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother. It's a lot of great things in December. It's a lot of great things to be excited about. And man, if you want to have success, first thing is you got to put a team together. And you put that team together based on the 4x4. Another thing that enables us to have the success, we as an organization, we read books. We apply the knowledge in those books. And what actually got us here today is that in 2022, I took on the daunting task of reading one book a week. And it just revolutionized my life, and it revolutionized our business, and it revolutionized our dream. So you're watching Family Finance Friday. This is the review show. This is the last show of 2023, which has been spectacular, but ain't nothing stopping us in 2024, baby. 2024, we get much, much more, and ain't no door and ain't no ceiling for what we're going to achieve in 2024. So with that said, I'm going to turn it back over to Nick, and then we're going to let it do what it do because we're excited over here, baby.
All right. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of great things happened in 2023. Even greater things happen in 2024. So let's start with the historical land purchase. We'll highlight that first.
This plot of land right here, $16,000, and we're gonna get it for 12.
And we actually about to acquire a plot of land as a group with our advocate. An advocate is an attorney in Zanzibar, but the benefit of our main man, God, this is how legends began. Today is a historical event for both us and him.
We are doing signature.
Payment.
We've already done payment, as you see, and then now we started to get signatures.
Got it.
Yeah, and the rest. It's exciting, man. Now I'm signing. Now I'm signing as a witness. Zealandberg International, we are on the ground. Sorry, yeah?
Historical land purchase.
Absolutely. And here's a great thing. Another thing that we achieved, that we actually are implementing the Seven Spheres of Money organization in Zanzibar, ladies and gentlemen. So we've taken a system that, again, was developed in December 27th of 2002 here in America and across, coast to coast. And now we're planting our roots for the Seven Spheres of Money internationally in Zanzibar. It's exciting. So our corporation, and we're going to teach people like you how to build businesses in Zanzibar, how to bring the American professional, Black, positive experience to Zanzibar. We're going to create our own America inside of Zanzibar with our Zanzibarian brothers and sisters. That's the great thing about it. So you saw on that video, you saw our engineer, you saw our attorney, our CPA. Same system here. We're duplicating it over there, baby. It's exciting. Now, let me tell you this. This is not simple. It's not easy, but it's simple because we have a blueprint. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of, thankless, work that you got to put in, but it's all worth it. And again, this is for a legacy to create multi-generational wealth for our community. We're proud to say that right now we employ, through our Zanzibar business, over 50 individuals. And those 50 men who work on building, designing, legal, accounting, administrative, property management, hospitality, they take care of over 140 individuals, wives, children, nieces, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Think about that. That's significance, ladies and gentlemen. And that's something that you should come join our movement. And we want to thank, there's over 57 people that over the last 2 years have helped us raise the capital to make this a reality. That's exciting. And we've shown through our program and our 7 asset classes that we don't only help ourselves, we help other people who have dreams in technology to help our community. This is what we're excited about. This is why 2023 went by fast. You know what's so funny, Nick? This year went by faster than anyone I could ever remember in my life, because we were so being productively busy that the days just flew by. Rocket fast. It's awesome when you are doing your life's work. And that's what we want to help you do. So you're watching this broadcast live right now. Tell us what some of your dreams are. Tell us how we can help you. And I just have 3 questions for you. When you're engaging with somebody who is telling you they can actually help you be successful, first question you should ask them, DJ, Nick, what are the equity and ownership assets that you have that you're trying to market to me that can show that you can actually help me? And ladies and gentlemen, if they can't physically show you the assets, the equity and the ownership, or they're just a front man or front woman, you should run from them as fast as you can. The second question you should then, ask them, show me how you can help my dream come to fruition in reality with access to your network and to execute my game plan, my business plan. And they should be able to tell you and show you a roadmap of how to do that. You know how we do that? Real simple. The first thing we do is we invite you to participate in our Back to Basic program. It's a very simple program, ladies and gentlemen. It's a program that we do a training for 2 hours live with our 7 Spheres of Money professionals and teach you the basics of finance. Then we allow you to actually do a complimentary consultation with us. First and foremost, in order to do the consultation, you have to fill out a budget sheet and a survey that takes you about 5 minutes to complete. And what that allows us to do is give an assessment of where you are right now. And then you get a chance to ask us 3 critical questions that involve family finance in your life. So you get that program. We have you answer the questions, fill out the budget, fill out the survey sheet. Then we put you in the master training, and then we put you on the road to doing what we call the All-Star program. The All-Star program is really the foundational work. It's a 6 to 8 week program that we actually sit you down and go over step by step. I'm going to show you what we do. And this is why we're being successful, because we're helping those people first. So the first thing is, guess what? We're licensed professionals. Licensed professionals. You should never work with somebody pertaining to money who's not a licensed professional, because that means there's accountability, not to you, not to them, but to the regulatory bodies that actually govern those financial industries. So the first thing we do in the All-Star program is that we do what's called a risk tolerance questionnaire. Why is that important? Well, if you're going to ever invest your money, your assets with somebody, you need to know legally what type of investor you are. So the first thing we do, we sit you down and conduct what's called a 10-question risk tolerance questionnaire, and we determine what type of legal investor you are. Income, growth, conservative, moderate, aggressive. What that enables you to do is protect yourself against bad financial advice. So the first session in that All-Star program, which is 6 to 8 weeks, is you sit down with one of the professional licensed professionals on our team that make 6 figures, 7-figure net worth. We can show you the receipts, and we do a risk tolerance questionnaire to set you in the right place. That's the first thing we do. The second thing we do is what's called a financial analytical report. This is your financial physical. Like when you take your annual physical at the doctor, we get all your information. We go through your home, auto, life, mortgage, insurance, checking, credit cards, credit scores, retirement plans, retirement vehicles. We gather all that pertinent data and we put together a strong, comprehensive 13-page financial education plan. This is the third session. So when we do that, first thing we do, we set up an emergency fund and the Pay Yourself First program. We tell you what your cash flow is, your income, your outgo. A lot of times people have more outgo than they have income. And we help them get those things corrected properly. From there, we show you how to create your balance statement. What is your net worth? That's your assets and liabilities. If you got more assets, less liabilities, you have a positive net worth. We show you exactly what that is. Then we do a retirement asset allocation model based on your risk tolerance questionnaire and show you how to direct your assets in the proper categories and couple that with dollar cost averaging to increase your wealth and your assets for your retirement. From there, we give you a retirement plan, and we don't base it on the age you are. We base it on the passive income at the rate of return from 5 to 8 to 12%. We do accelerated debt freedom program to help you pay off your home, pay off your credit cards, pay off any consumable debt. Then we believe firmly you give to God. It's an option, but it really ain't an option because God only blesses those who help those less fortunate. Then we do a family protection plan. We teach you a thing called cost per thousand when it comes to buying insurance the right way. Since I'm a licensed professional in the insurance industry for 20 years, here's the thing. I don't sell life insurance policies. I don't sell life insurance services. I am an advocate for you. I'm an advocate for the individuals. I'm an advocate for businesses. I'm an advocate for churches. I'm an advocate for schools and non-for-profits and government municipalities. So I teach them every different parameter of how each different insurance vehicle works, be it home, auto, life, retirement. So once we do that, then we do a housing analysis for you. Because a lot of you right now in a tight economy, you may have, good home equity in your home. You may not. So we have to do an analytical analysis on your house to show you how to be in the right position so you won't get taken advantage of. Then after all that's done, now we get the rubber to the road and we go over your personal goals and objectives. That's the reason why we had a successful 2023, because we had a business goal, we had a business objective, and we had a business plan. So we sit down and give you a 30-day game plan, a 12-month, and a 3-year game plan. And then the last but not least, which Nick knows, we go and execute with a to-do list. That's for accountability. And once we do all of that in the All-Star program, the 4th session is you sit down with the CPA, and the CPA actually gives you an analyzation of your current financial status as it pertains to your taxes, personally or personally or business. Your 5th session, you sit down with the financial planner, and the financial planner puts a financial strategy together after they gather all your data. And then your 6th session, you come and they give you a to-do list with a game plan for your goals, your dreams, and the execution of your plan. And you do that over 6 to 8 weeks. And in the process of the 6 to 8 weeks in the All-Star program, ladies and gentlemen, you attend 2 master training sessions with the CPAs, the financial planners, the business credit, the personal credit, and DJ the Money Coach. And we step by step put you in the right place at the right time. Now, the next thing we do in this amazing program, we elevate you now that we got that all together and realize what you have the ability actually to build assets passively. We put you into the executive program. An executive program is designed to put 7 asset classes in front of you where you're qualified as an investor, be it an income investor, a growth investor, a conservative investor, a moderate investor, or an aggressive investor. We actually show you the assets that you're qualified to put you in place of. It can be as simple as a residential property, a mobile home, investing in your own small business, investing in resorts, apartment complexes, investing in tax liens, REOs, because we've been doing this for 21, 22 plus years. So we have these relationships that we can onboard you. We also show you how to raise capital for your business. Every year, we look at about 10 to 12 different businesses from our community practicing cooperative economics. And then we strategically invest from $50,000 to $5 million in those businesses. And we did that in 2023. And the highlight of the best investment that we made collectively as an organization is in Grab TV. So these are the things. So again, how do you engage from A to Z? The first thing you do, you become a member of our Back to Basic program and get that course. And thing that I didn't even explain to you is that not only do you get the course, but you get all of our comprehensive best-selling books that actually are step-by-step case studies on how family finances work. So you get our books that tell you about how to buy insurance, how to buy cars, how to buy houses. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, you get the program that's the one that started this all about, is our core nucleus, Family Finance 101. The curriculum that I created in 2002 that has been used by credit unions, the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama, Chase Bank, the YMCAs, the Federal Reserve. That's right. This basic course that's 3 hours, 18 modules that teaches 136 principles of financial success based on the professional skill sets that we have in the Seven Spheres Money Network system is what brings it all together. So you in the B2B, you get that downloaded automatically in digital format. You get all of the books, and most importantly, you get the professionals to work with side by side. So albeit as today is December 29th, it's not too late for you to get on board it. Shout out to Mr. Kane. Shout out to Miss Curry, who actually recently just acquired our system over the past week, and we just had a consultation with them. Shout out to Mr. Balcom. Shout out to Ebony. These are some of the people that take advantage of the resources. And let me share this with you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't negotiate the price of success and true significance. What do I mean by that? It's the holiday season. So guess what everybody's doing for December 31st? Let's keep it real. They're going to some major party or they're having a major event at their house. And in the process of doing that, they're spending a lot of money for an experience that's actually going to put them worse off. I'm talking about the majority of the people. I'm not talking about the 1%, not talking about the 5%, not talking about the 10%. I'm talking about the people who actually are consumers. They're going to spend a lot of money on alcohol, entertainment, and parties and food to have a good experience to capitalize on the, feeling of happiness, but not going to have true success. So why don't you do yourself a favor? Why don't you put a plan together, invest in yourself, do the work, and be accountable? This is what we're talking about. So that's why we had a stellar, spectacular 2023, because the first thing we did, we served the people. And we gave everything that we can give to them, plus more. We invested over $50,000 into Black events in 2023. That's right, over $50,000. And with your help, we invested and raised over 7 figures to support Black businesses, Black families across the country and internationally. So, Nick, with that said, I'm sure we got our next video or spot, or probably we need to go to our commercial break at this time, because we appreciate each and every one of you who has participated in any one of our programs. We want to thank you. If you just listening to the program and that's all you do, hopefully you take these valuable nuggets and these principles and apply them in your life. But let me say this to you. Before you do anything significantly in your household pertaining to money, consult with a licensed expert in the financial industry before you jump off, because I'm not giving you financial advice on this platform. I'm telling you about principles of success. And mind you, here's 3 things you got to do. You got to have 3 advisors in your life on a regular basis. Number 1, you need to have a spiritual advisor. You got to have somebody who's actually practicing based on meaningful, measurable, and manageable comprehension of the book on godly principles. Don't invest in the personality, ladies and gentlemen. Based on your comprehension of that BK1 that you read, make sure that spiritual advisor is walking the talk and not talking without walking the talk, the walking, the work. The second thing is you have to have yourself a leadership mentor. That is a person that can guide you and tell you what are the right or wrong things to do, what can go bad and what can go well, and what is the investment when it gets hard, because that's what makes things happen, is that you have to have the ability to be consistent. And then last but not least, as it pertains to business, line yourself up with a master in business. That's the important piece. So you're watching Family Finance Friday. This is our last show of 2023. As Nick said, this is the review show, and I call it the recap show. But more importantly, this is a show for you to reflect, reinvigorate, and energize to reevaluate, because 2024, we're blowing the doors off. So we'll be right back after this word from us, because as we said before, in cooperative economics, we do everything produced by us, for us, with us. So we own equity and ownership in everything we do. And you know what the most important thing is? That we're 100% free, because nobody can tell us what we can and cannot say on these platforms, because we have no boss and we're not beholden to a corporate structure that has different perspectives and different intentions as it comes to our community. So, Nick, take it away. And again, with that, I'm going to take another sip of celebration.
Everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach. We're doing Pom Pom Lifestyle. It's bringing money, peace of mind. Come join us on the beaches of the World Club. We are here in beautiful Zanzibar, Tanzania.
We travel all around the world just to find her. That's right, baby.
Guys, this is a unit that we're about to acquire in May. Check it out.
There you go, man. There you go. That's right, baby. First day that I stepped foot on the beautiful island of Zanzibar, coming out those French doors and that beautiful resort, to right now today, where just in, let's see, 72 hours, we'll be back on a plane. And then the rest of you guys will be coming with us, and you'll see everything that we put together from the 13th to the 20th of January. We're going to show you everything, and we're going to show you that everything's possible, baby. You got a dream, you get a plan, you get some goals, get some accountability, anything's possible. I don't care if you have $250,000 worth of consumer debt, or you could be like one of my best friends that during the Great Recession, he accumulated almost $2.5 million worth of corporate debt in the real estate commercial market, and he didn't file bankruptcy. He had accountability, worked himself out of it in 5 to 7 years, and now he has a 7-figure passive income through dividends and has a home, beautiful multi-million-dollar home, paid for, cash. You can overcome anything other than your health if you got God, baby. That's the great thing about it. So I'm going to turn this over to Nick, and let's talk about, what we are excited about, what we're reflective, and what's been some highlights of your 2023 and what you looking forward to in 2024, man, because, man, we put this thing together, man. We'll be celebrating 4-year anniversary in 2024. See, go that magic of that 4 again, baby. 4x4, 24. Y'all see that magic, baby? I don't know, but I know Nick, he dabbles in that. I forgot what it's called, numerology or whatever. But talk to me, Nick. Talk to me.
Man. I mean, things have been moving so quickly. I'm trying to keep track of what happened in 2023 and what happened in 2022. I would say, one of the things that I've been excited about was seeing the seeing that Zanzibar investment grow over time, not just the development itself, but just seeing the value increase. And that excites me the most because, I was an early, I got in early. I was one of the first people that got in on that equity and ownership. Back in that might have been, that actually wasn't in 2023. That was probably in 2022 actually.
Oh yeah,
when we started that.
That was like February 2022.
Yeah, yep. When we first opened up the opportunity to for everyone to get a piece of this paradise, man, time is really moving. But like I said, moving into 2023, we saw the value of the resort, increase at an astronomical rate in an astronomical time, like unheard of. You never heard of development happening in this time period and the value increasing in this time period. So that's that was probably the most exciting thing for me in 2023. And then in 2024, seeing that project, expand to something even greater than what we even imagined, because we were only thinking about the one building. We didn't think about expanding into purchasing land and developing on that land, and even being one of the largest developers and the largest developers of people that look like us over there. So that's been the most exciting thing for me, in 2023 and going into 2024.
Yeah. And what the great thing about that is, again, man, they say God says man without vision, perishes, but man with vision can accomplish anything. Mm-hmm. And almost to the package, we talk about the Tower of Babel. Yeah. What people don't realize, the reason why we all speak different languages is because of the Tower of Babel. Because once a man puts his mind together to do something, God gives him the capacity to do it. So we put our minds together and we say, hey man, we can go big over here because we have some skill sets, we have an experiences that they have not had yet, and since we have a competitive advantage, why don't we just do it? That's really what it boils down to. And we do it legally, ethically, and morally sound. And the most important part about it, we practice cooperative economics with the Africans in Africa. So we don't come over there and try to take from them like the other people do. We actually partner with them. Let me put the emphasis, ladies and gentlemen, on partnerships. We actually are in partnership with our African brothers and sisters. The other people, they go over there and, unbeknownst to the naivete of the African, they allow them to make them work for them. I mean, think about it. That's like somebody coming in your house and telling you that you got to pay them rent for being in your house, eating your food, sleeping in your bed. That's crazy. But that's really what it's like, is that the other people come over there, they let them set up operation. Next thing you know, the Africans are working for them. Then they're working for them with joy in their heart, which is mind-boggling to me. Instead of saying, no, you can work for us on our island, in our country, on our continent. It's just the opposite way. So it's a, what is the word I'm looking for? It's man, what do I call it? It's an anomaly. No, that's not what I'm looking for. But we're the exception to the rule. That's why when you saw on the video and our partner Godfrey was so excited. Oh man, we're signing the deed to the land for Duransburg International. And what he was excited about, he's our partner. He's got equity in the deal. Nobody else offered him that, even though he's a Tanzanian. But since he's a civil construction engineer, come work for me. But you partner with me? No. But you're buying my land. Go figure. So the people that are watching right now, do you have any questions that we can answer for you? Because we're excited. We're not going to be on here much longer because, again, it's the end of the year. Just to recap, review, successful 2023. That's gone. Now we're planning, actually, reality, we're planning 2025, ladies and gentlemen. We're not planning 2024. We already got that plan done. We're carrying that out. As Nick told you, we'll open up another amazing resort by April of 2025. We're already working on that game plan. So tell us where you're from. Tell us what questions are on your heart right now and how we can be of service to you for your 2024 dream come true. Because we want to blow off the doors for your dream. But let me tell you this again. It does not happen without the 4x4. This is not something that you can do overnight. We live in a microwavable society, nanosecond success, which is not true success. Everything worth having requires work, time, planning, and team. So if you're not in position mindset-wise, so with that said, we always, how do we become successful? Because the 6 inches between our ears, we master our mindset. The New Psychology of Success, Dr. Carol Dweck. Parenting, business, school, relationships. This came out in like 1998, 2000, and we lived this. So you got to get your mind right. So one of the things that you need to do to have a great 2020-24, you got to turn off the TV, turn off the radio, get off Instagram, get off TikTok, and only be on those platforms if you're conducting business or you're really doing some real research and development. You have to eliminate the distractions. That's real. And when you eliminate those distractions and you apply the 4x4, the 4 dirty little words, discipline, accountability, plug into a proven system of success, which is ours is the 7 spheres of money, then go to work, not for 1 week, not for 2 months, not for 3 months, not for 1 year, but for 2 to 5 years. And then you apply what I call the soft skills, the 4 Ps, professionalism. What is professionalism? Professionalism means, number one, you speak the King's English. What do I mean by that, digital transformer expert? I mean that if you are in the software business world, you talk about zeros and ones. You talk about programming, routers, switchers, hubs. That's the King's English. If you're in the educational world, you talk about programs, syllabus, homework, projects, midterms, finals, graduation, orientation. That's the King's English. If you're in the finance world, which I'm in, you talk about spreadsheets, profit and loss, income statements, balance statements, cash flow, net worth, debt to credit ratios. You understand what I'm saying? That's professionalism. In reference to how you look, professionalism is you wear the appropriate clothes for the appropriate event. If I'm going to a black tie affair, I don't walk in there with jeans with holes in them. I walk in there with a black tie. I walk in there with a tuxedo. I walk in there with a dress appropriate, where it's high to the neck, low to the ankles. Not with my, girls all out with the cleavage. Then you wonder why somebody trying to talk to you other than do business. If the event commences at 7 p.m. Eastern time, you're there at 6:30 Eastern time because the event commences at 7 p.m. I was just watching the other day an interview with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, who is the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, when the last time they won their championships in their, dynasty, he said, hey, man, if I tell you 7 a.m., I'm talking about 6:30. So be ahead of time to be on time. That's professionalism. The second one, persistence. This is the most important part. You have to persistently pursue your plan. If you don't have a plan, how can you have persistence? You know what I did the last 29 days of this month? Except on my birthday, I got on the phone. I called people. I ate right. I worked out. I got my 8 hours of sleep. I sent emails. I followed up on those emails. I sent texts, business texts. I read a book every day. I prayed every day. Even when I didn't want to, I did it even more because I knew I had to plant seeds to have a vibrant 2024, 2025. So I persistently follow my plan. And that is incorporating and having my goals and my accountability up on my window, my mirror, my door, my bathroom, my phone. So I'm constantly reminded, because I am human, that I will slip back. But if I constantly got in front of me my to-do list, my goals of what I need to accomplish in December, even though I want to slack, I'm going to have a hard time slacking because I'm going to be embarrassed because I'm going to not feel like I'm authentic. Now, the hard part is the perseverance. A lot of us are going through persevering times right now because the market financially has constricted. We told you about this in October of 2021. We told you winter was coming. And guess what? In the winter of finances, the wealthier get wealthier, the poor get poor. So you have to have the intestinal fortitude, the gonads to strap up the bootstraps and go to war, even when it seems like it's an unwinnable war, but you got to persevere. And part of perseverance is picking up the phone, ladies and gentlemen, and talking to somebody that can give you encouragement, support, but also have the permission to tell you what it really is going on. Truth serum. Not having yes women or yes men in your corner. Have somebody who's going to tell you the truth because they respect you and they want the best for you. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, allow them to give you permission to kick them in the ass. Now, once you put that professionalism together, that persistence and that perseverance, when you get that sliver opportunity to talk to that whale or talk to that venture capitalist or talk to that girl that you want to have as your wife, you got to be prepared overly so that you can have a perfect performance. These are the 4x4s, ladies and gentlemen. And if you need a roadmap of how to do the 4x4s, all you have to do is start as simple as getting in touch with us and taking participation in the B2B program. Back to the basics. Hit us up, 866-395-3042, 866-395-3042. We'll be the team, the support, and the reality checkers for you. This is what we're excited about. This is how you change lives. This is how you overcome to become. Get excited. 2023 is just the tip of the iceberg because 2024, we're blowing the doors off. In 2025, we're thriving, baby. So that's right. So on December 31st, guess what? Even though it's New Year's Eve, we're having a team final meeting because it's just another day to us so that we can get out the door and blow the doors off of 2024. See, most people are going to take that day off, but the winners, nah, they keep working, baby, because it's the work in the 4x4 that separates you from the people. Got nothing to do with your talent. It got nothing to do with your intellect. It's your consistent, persistent working of the 4x4 that gives you massive success. And then that turns into significance, because significance is you helping other people become successful. So again, Nick, we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. I'm sure we got another video that we can share with them. Man, 2023 has been a blessing. And let me share this with you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're giving all glory to God. I don't care who your God is, even though I do, but you should give glory and honor to God. Have humility in your heart. And when you're going through a hard time, work with happiness in your heart that God gave you a struggle to overcome to become the winner you are. See, to become that beautiful monarch butterfly, you have to go through a metamorphosis in the cocoon. And if you start seeing the cocoon to, unravel, and you decide you're going to help the moth out, you actually take the power away, because you took the ability for them to strengthen the wing from the challenge. So now they are debilitated for life. So a lot of times, if it ain't a health challenge, thank God for the obstacles that he put in front of you, the financial obstacles, the personal obstacles, because he's showing you something that you ain't getting right. And all he's going to do is give you another trip around Mount Sinai. He's going to keep playing the video back towards you until you make change to get better. And if you know better, you should do better. So you're watching Family Finance Friday, the recap, review of 2023, but that's in the preview. And now we're moving into the future to blow the doors off in 2024, man, because we got a lot to do in 2024, and that involves you, us, and together we can't be stopped, baby. Take it away, Nick. And again, I'm going to have another sip of our celebration strawberry wine, baby.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'll actually run a couple of these videos together, since we're we're running a little long here. So I'll just run a couple of these back to back, a couple more highlights from 2023. So let's get into it.
I own a 220-unit luxury resort in Baltimore, and I'm welcoming you to be my guest on MLK Weekend.
DJ the Money Coach coming at you, baby. We at the Heart and Soul and Acapulco with Paul rocking the house tonight, baby. Check it out.
Wanna really things good, go around.
Tell you what, we want to bring heart and soul to Baltimore. Watch this beautiful video. I own a 220-unit luxury resort in Baltimore, and I'm welcoming you to be my guest on MLK Weekend. And all you have to do, take out your phone, everybody lift up your cell phone. I want you to text to 972-640-9572 Baltimore.
Join us, baby, on Beach of the World Club.
Call us, and I'm going to ask you for three things. Don't come to the party unprepared. Number one, tell me what your skill is, and tell me what your passion is. Did y'all hear me? Tell me what your skill is, and tell me what your passion is. Number two, tell me what niche you can create in a market like Bowers did. You took the kolache and took it to Colorado Springs. Make sure you understand and listen to what I'm telling you. Tell me your skill. Tell me your passion. Tell me your niche. And number 3, tell me how you want to get in front of people. And if you can answer those 3 questions, call me. If not, don't waste your time and don't waste our time. And see, I'm going to keep it real with you. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Man, that was amazing, Nick. Showed it all, baby. I mean, ain't much else we need to say. But again, hey, thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing to our platform. We're here to provide the truth in economics, no fluff, just the real, the authentic, the equity, the ownership. That's the most important part. So if you want to plug in to a winning system, plug in with us. That's what it's all about. And if you had a struggle in 2023 and you have your health, thank God, find yourself a mentor. Spiritual, business, leadership, plug into him or her and do exactly what they instruct you to do, and don't negotiate the price of success. I can't emphasize that more. If you are not where they are and they recommend that you do something, you ought to just do it. And you'll be amazed that what they tell you actually works. A lot of times the hardest thing that prevents people from being successful is them themselves. You got to look inside yourself in order to improve, and you also got to allow somebody to pour into you without you trying to negotiate or, tell them, I ain't going to do this. So we're so excited of the blessings that have been bestowed and the responsibilities that have been given to us to impart with you and our community. We only look forward to a more exceptional and a more abundant 2024 because we are the embodiment of practicing cooperative economics, leveraging our professional networks, taking ecosystems and bringing 2 successful ecosystems together and create interdependent relationships. And those produce equity and ownership 110% every time. And I'll say this to you, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't easy. It's a simple process because we have a plan we've been running for 20 plus years, but it's not easy. It's simple. It requires you to roll up your sleeves and getting a gut check and putting that work in with a team. And if you do that, I have not seen anybody within 2 to 5 years that have health that cannot become consumer debt free, create an 800 credit score, build a 6-figure passive income in the ballpark of $8,333 a month in 2 to 5 years and own themselves for the rest of their lives. But you got to put the work in. And here's the thing. The more you work, the more confident you become, the more attractive you become, and the better you are for our society if you do the work and you don't cut the corners. I'm not saying you're not going to have ups and downs, which we will have. But what I'm saying is if you plug into the right system and you make yourself accountable, all your dreams will come true. There's not a dream that God does not pour into you that he doesn't want to show the glory of his power through you. That's the key part, ladies and gentlemen. And that requires us in our community to put our egos aside and stop lowering the bar in our community. That means that you got to stop glorifying these entertainers and these people who are doing wrong just because they get paid to do dumb, bad things. Hold them accountable. So thank God for our team. Thank God for our blessings. So on this last day of our broadcast for 2023, we want to give a shout out to everybody on our team. First and foremost, we're going to give a shout out to the amazing Nick Westbrooks, who was the first person that we put the DJ the Money Coach team together on this platform. The second person that came on the team was Kadera. The third person come on the team was Financially Free D. The fourth person come on the team was Dom, who handled all the videography for us. The fifth person to come on the team was Tajir. Actually, I got to take a step back. The third person to come on our team was Keith, who's been with me for over 20-something years. He came back to the team, who was the first partner in my first business called White Glove Immaculate Services in early 2000. Then Tajir came on the team. And before that, we had Renee. Renee actually was the second person on the team, so I take a step back. Then we had Angela, who does all of our amazing merch, our interior design for our condominiums and stuff like that. Does a lot of thankless work, and she's amazing. Shout out to Angela. Then we got to say a shout out to Melvin, my partner going on 19 years, who handles all our financial planning aspects of our business. I give a shout out to Lisa, our phenomenal attorney over 17 years. Got to give a shout out to our CPAs, James, Paul, Mary Lou. Give a shout out to Nikki out there on the West Coast, who came on to our team after being in the industry for over, decades, doing top flight financial planning on Forbes magazine. Got to get a shout out to Steven, our mortgage banker expert. Got to get a shout out to Erica, who allowed us to come on her platform. Shout out to Diamond Dave. Shout out to the real Dana. Shout out to Dr. George Frazier, who actually put me in position and mentored me back as late as 2008 and showed me how this business world works, and recently just reconvened at the PNC 2023 and put us in position to get relationships with Microsoft. Shout out to Danielle. Shout out to Lincoln and Justin. Shout out to Rob. There's a lot of people out there. If I forgot somebody, forgive me. Shout out to all 57 people who invested in the project called Zanzibar. Shout out to Maurice from the Black Travel Expo. Shout out to Kia Simmons of the Traverse Coaches. Shout out to our new partner, Tawana, over at the 10K Project. Shout out to Holly Hunter, who actually put us on her platform. Michelle Johnson, who put her on Elite Publishing. Shout out to Black Wall Street and Frank. Shout out to PA Billings. Heart and soul, baby. Shout out to Reggie. Shout out to Michael. These are all, shout out to Isaiah, who's stepping in Dom's shoes to do the amazing videography again in Zanzibar on our behalf. Shout out to Rice University for allowing us to put on the Go Entrepreneur inaugural event. Shout out to Wendy, who handles our international real estate brokering. A lot of people that make up this amazing team. Shout out to Gerald. Man, don't let me forget Gerald. Gerald's going to be making the trip with us to Zanzibar. Gerald is a corporate go-getter. Gerald is the one that puts us in touch with all the higher ups in the C-suite to get us in position to be in front of these conferences to do the speeches and get these corporate deals done. Shout out to Gerald. Unselfish work. And shout out to Dr. Hollowell, who makes it happen to put the first program together for us on Medical Mondays. Shout out to Astoria. Bet on Black. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Clarence and Tanya. A lot of people help us put our program. Shout out to Rose. Did all the Black knowledge and what gave us the idea to start learning about Swahili. Shout out to Godfrey. Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to Muhammad. Shout out to Ibrahim. Shout out to RJ. These are people on the ground in Zanzibar making our dreams come true. Shout out to Imple that does our custom furniture African company 100%. These are all the people behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, that make DJ the Money Coach work. And shout out to you who watch our shows, participate in our programs, participate in our master training programs. Shout out to James. I already said that. But shout out to all the amazing people who make things work for us. Shout out to AZ, who put us on our platform several times. Shout out to Brandon. My main man, Brandon. And shout out to BX, the other Brandon. So if I miss somebody, let me know, Nick. But that's what we are excited about from 2023, that we're more excited about in 2024. And I know what I almost forgot. Man, shout out to my beloved family. Shout out to my mother and father. Without them, I wouldn't be here. And shout out to my amazing, beautiful children. And shout out to my three mentors. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Roland. And shout out to the big JB and Rob. So these are the people that make things happen for us. And we are humbled by the responsibility that God has put on our plate to make change in this world to do better. And shout out to you for listening and applying the 4x4 and allowing us to come into your house to make things better and brighter and bigger in 2024. So on behalf of Nick Westbrooks, you're watching Family Finance Friday, the review of the amazing 2023. But there's more that's happening in 2024. We're blowing the doors off and we're growing exponentially in 2024 on the DJ the Money Coach team. And we want you to have a pom-pom lifestyle, baby. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. We want you to come travel on the beaches of the World Club with us. And Nick, you know what you say. If your beach ain't Zanzibar, it ain't with us. What is it, Nick?
It's wherever you find your mental peace and tranquility. That is your beach.
There you go, baby. Happy December. It was a December to remember. And 23 was amazing. But 24 is the one we've been waiting for more, baby. Salute to you. God bless. Be safe out there on New Year's Eve. Don't drink and drive. And let God guide your ship. God bless.
All right, everybody. Happy New Year.
Some of the best things that I like about Zanzibar was being on the land, seeing the emerald water.
Got to see the island, connect with the people, do exclusive luxury experiences that you'll only get on the island of Zanzibar.
The beach, fresh food, the people. I mean, I could write a short book about what I experienced here.
Eating the best fruit, vegetables, seafood.
Met some amazing people. We had an amazing time.
I like the tours that we went on, the Spice Island and the Paradise Island.
The snorkeling. That was an exclusive experience. Huge sandbar. That was set up like our private dining area. The sand is soft, the water warm.
Unadulterated, pure, simple, Zanzibar.
So the opportunity in Zanzibar is very, 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 very clear. There is nothing but economical growth and development happening right now.
Zanzibar, just because it's an up and coming area.
Get here and you see the opportunity.
And then you come on the African side, you get to see even a different type of togetherness.
Being able to ask questions and DJ was just like, hey, ask me anything.
Plenty of money and peace of mind. Zanzibar all day.
Hi, my name is Cedric. I'm 49 years old. I'm an application engineer in the renewable energy space. I'm here to recommend the 4x4 bundle. Originally, I heard about it through Erica and the Classic Climb blog. The initial call with DJ is very informative. I'm in a moderately high income tax bracket and recently bought a townhouse. DJ had very helpful information about lowering my taxes and how I can pay off my mortgage faster. DJ covered a lot of useful information and spoke with me for over an hour. Overall, I got a lot of value out of the 4x4 bundle discussion. I'd recommend checking it out and learn more.